Puberty can be a nightmare for a lot of young people, but what happens when your body continues growing and changing for years afterwards and nobody can figure out why? For Rebecca, her late teens and 20s were a roller coaster ride of extreme body changes, which she says caused her to grow inexplicably uglier every single year. Her nose, jaw, and chin continued to grow until she barely recognized the woman in the mirror. Her feet ballooned from a size 8 to a size 10. Meanwhile, doctors diagnosed her with a range of conditions from vitamin deficiency to prediabetes to polycystic ovarian syndrome to body dysmorphic disorder to anxiety and even depression. When she lost her vision temporarily, an ER doctor blamed stress. Her breaking point came on her 29th birthday this past year when she couldn't even get out of bed. Finally, she found a doctor who believed she had the clue to this medical mystery, and she just needed a blood test to confirm it. Rebecca joins us now via Skype. Rebecca, thanks so much for being here on the show. That tape piece we just watched ended on a cliffhanger. Can you tell us what the culprit was for these issues you were dealing with?
Sure. I was finally diagnosed with acromegaly. It's a tumor on the pituitary gland.
So you had a tumor on your pituitary gland causing your body to secrete way too much growth hormone, and obviously you're not understanding what's going on with your body. What did it feel like when you finally had a diagnosis?
I should have been devastated, but at the point, after 9 years of being misdiagnosed for so long, I was almost relieved to finally know what was going on with my body.
And in fact, once the diagnosis was made based on that x-ray, they had to do brain surgery on your pituitary gland. I understand they went through the nose to remove that tumor, and your symptoms improved.
Yes, actually, within 24 hours, post-surgery, all of my hormones were back to normal, and I no longer needed any medication. So I was on quite a bit of medications before, yeah.
And the vision problems you were having too, those immediately got better, I would assume.
I'll need a special set of glasses that are not the most fashionable, but getting there.
And when you were seeing doctors, but you were continuing to not get better, like what were you thinking? What were you feeling?
I was extremely frustrated because I was just getting types of diagnoses that I knew were almost symptoms, and now I know that they were just symptoms from the pituitary tumor, but they weren't going further, and I knew there was something more. Especially when I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I had no reason to have anxiety, but I was constantly stuck in fight or flight mode due to actually an adrenal insufficiency caused by the tumor.
I understand it can be hard for one individual doctor at any given point in time to notice these changes, which clearly occurred over many years for you. And it really does highlight this element of being your own health advocate. You knew this wasn't due to stress or anxiety and all those changes that were happening to you physically. There's really no explanation for that other than hormonal issues that clearly they weren't able to crack the code. I'm curious because obviously for so many years your body was awash in too much growth hormone, and obviously your hormones are very much out of whack. How overall do you feel now? And also, what are your doctors who are specialists in endocrinology telling you about sort of the future now that your hormones are finally back where they should be?
I've seen quite a few changes. My face is actually kind of morphing back. So as you could tell in the pictures, my nose was quite a bit wider. My chin was a little bit longer due to tissue growth. So a lot of my soft tissue has been shrinking. I feel hot and cold things more now. So it feels good to be normal again, I guess.
We're just so happy that you finally know the diagnosis, had a resolution through this surgery, and we just hope that the rest of your life is filled with happiness.
Thank you so much for having me.